Chapter 14. Cameras with Awareness. Peter's van rolled into the driveway of the Zimmerman's home, tires crunching on the gravel as the faint hum of the engine settled into silence.
All right, stay put,
he instructed Chris, Ruby, and Major Amma as he turned off the ignition.
I'll only be in for a quick setup.
Chris peered out the window, anxiety creasing his brow.
How long will it take, Uncle Peter?
20 minutes tops,
Peter replied, giving Chris a reassuring nod. Ruby chimed in, her unique sarcasm surfacing.
Great! I'm bored and starving over here. Hurry up, Uncle P, before I eat the car.
Peter chuckled as he swung open the van door, the cool night air greeting him.
You'll survive. Just hang tight.
With that, he stepped out and strode toward the house, purpose fueling his movements. As he entered, the weight of the situation pressed on him, but he refused to let it show. Inside, he quickly began setting up the Zimmerman's mini command center. Laptops whirred to life, revealing secure encrypted tech, while he organized night vision goggles, secure smartphones, and satellite phones. He then set up an encrypted wireless communication system, distributing earpieces designed to keep Paul, Linda, and Candy connected without detection.
All right, here's the plan.
Peter continued.
The lights in this house, they stay off, no exceptions. From now on, you'll move through the house using these night vision goggles. Keep them on as much as possible after dark. My guess is that someone will be watching this house eventually, and the less they see, the better.
Linda slipped on the goggles carefully.
Got it. No lights. Night vision only.
Peter handed each of them an earpiece comm device.
These are untraceable comms. Keep them in your ears at all times. If we need to get in touch fast, this is how we'll do it. Don't take them out, no matter what.
What about our phones?
Paul asked. Peter gestured with a small handheld device.
Destroy them. Smash them. Toss them. Burn them. Whatever it takes. From this moment on, they're liabilities.
Linda and Paul hesitated briefly, but Peter handed them each secure smartphones, sleek and black with no distinguishable branding.
These are scrambled and fully secure. Once your old phones are destroyed, these are your lifelines. If anything goes wrong, dial 1111 *. The phone will send coordinates to a safe location that'll take you directly to us.
Mr. Peter, are Chris and Ruby going to be okay?
Candy asked with concern for her new best friends. Peter paused briefly before meeting her eyes.
Candy, I give you my word. They'll be fine. I'll make sure of it.
Linda placed a reassuring arm around her daughter.
Chris and Ruby will be fine, honey.
Linda assured her daughter. Candy hugged her mother. After ensuring everything was in place, he took a deep breath, steadying himself for what lay ahead. As the final laptop booted up, he felt a surge of commitment, a reminder of why they were all here and the gravity of their situation.
So, are we all set?
Paul asked, still somewhat overwhelmed by all of the technology in his house. Peter looked up with a faint smirk.
Nope, not even close. Meet self-organizing mini cameras. Just watch.
The tiny robots scattered across the floor and headed toward the front yard, each moving with uncanny precision. Candy instinctively covered her mouth, her eyes wide with a mix of awe and trepidation, while Linda folded her arms tightly over her chest. Once the robots reached their designated spots, they began to morph, their legs retracting as their bodies flattened into almost invisible circular devices, blending seamlessly with their surroundings. Peter grinned slightly.
By the time they're done, your front yard will have total surveillance coverage. And the best part, they're completely undetectable to the naked eye. No wires, no big clunky cameras.
That's incredible,
Paul said as he leaned closer in awe.
They operate on Wi-Fi, you said?
Peter nodded.
Wi-Fi and also their own encrypted network. No interference, no intercepting signals. And if someone tries to disable one, it triggers an automatic alert to the command center.
Okay, that is impressive,
Linda said, visibly relieved, yet still maintaining an air of skepticism.
But maybe next time we can work on making them a little less creepy looking.
Peter chuckled.
Well, that kind of takes the fun out of it, but duly noted.
Peter pulled out a second device. The enthusiasm in his movements showcased his deep passion for technology.
But we're not done yet.
He activated another device identical to the first. Another set of robot spiders emerged, scuttling toward the backyard this time. Within moments, they followed the same meticulous process, arranging themselves seamlessly into random areas while morphing into tiny, undetectable cameras.
Now you've got coverage of your backyard as well.
Peter said.
If anyone tries to sneak up on you, boom, caught in 4K.
That's actually kind of cool.
Candy admitted, feeling slightly braver now.
More than cool.
Paul added.
This could save our lives.
Linda glanced around, her protective instincts kicking in.
As long as it keeps us safe, I've had enough surprises for now.
Peter stepped back to his bags and began pulling out more equipment. His dedication was palpable, a blend of determination and duty. He handed out night vision glasses to Paul, Linda, and Candy. Each pair was lightweight, sleek, and state-of-the-art. Candy took the glasses. Curiosity piqued.
Mr. Peter, where did you get all this stuff? Your garage must be like a secret agent's dream storage.
Peter grinned, a hint of mystery in his demeanor.
You could say that. After everything I've been through, you learn to plan for just about anything.
Paul adjusted the glasses, testing their fit.
What's the next gadget? A laser watch?
Linda shot a look at Paul.
Can we focus? This is serious. We're dealing with real threats here.
Peter nodded, his expression becoming grave.
Linda's right. These aren't just toys. Every piece of equipment is here to ensure we stay one step ahead of any danger.
The house settled into a temporary quiet, the rustling of equipment and soft hum of the night vision glasses, the only sounds breaking the silence. The faint beeps from the cameras as they integrated into the surveillance network added a layer of reassurance tinged with foreboding. As Peter continued to set up, the group couldn't help but exchange glances filled with both hope and trepidation. They were stepping into a new reality, one where vigilance and trust in technology were paramount, and where Peter's thorough planning could mean the difference between safety and peril. In the dimly lit room, Peter's meticulous work continued to weave a blanket of surveillance that promised security, even as it hinted at the unseen challenges yet to come. Peter turned to Paul.
You need to get your car out of here. Park it somewhere hidden, preferably away from the house. Your car staying here would give them a heads up that someone's inside. Pick a spot you trust, but it has to be discreet.
Paul nodded.
I know just the place.
Paul said to Peter with assurance.
Give me 20 minutes. I'll call when I'm set.
Good.
Peter replied.
And remember, no opening the door for anyone, not even someone you think you know. From this point on, anyone could be a liability.
You've thought of everything, haven't you?
Linda asked with a cautious yet impressed tone.
I've done what I could.
Peter answered.
But let's be clear. Now you're involved, which means you're targets. I can't fully guarantee your safety, but I'll do everything in my power to protect you.
The gravity of his words set in as Paul grabbed his car keys and left through the back door. Peter looked at Linda and Candy one last time, nodding firmly as he hoisted his bag over his shoulder. Peter headed back to the Hummer, slipped into the driver's seat. Chris, Ruby, and Major Amma looked at him expectantly as he starts the engine.
Are we good to go?
Chris asked. Peter nodded.
Everything's in play. Now let's move. We've got a lot more work to do.
I'm hungry.
Ruby complained.
Me too.
Major Amma added.
There's plenty of food where we're going.
Peter replied.
Just hang on for another 20 minutes.
The Hummer backed out of the driveway and disappeared down the street, leaving the Zimmermans inside their fortified home, now a tactical satellite base for their ongoing mission.